So today I'm doing a Talk Tuesday. This is going to be pretty short, quick, simple, and I'm going to try not to edit it at all. Because that was kind of my plan when I came up with Talk Tuesdays and Talk Thursdays. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you all the time someone almost broke into our house while we were still in it. So my mom had left us at home and it was just me and my sister, I remember. And I think she was just running errands. It was probably like the middle of the day. And so we usually made sure to lock so we had, in our old house, we had like a screen door that had like a little, it was an old screen. It wasn't like a new one with the fancy locks. It literally just had like a little thing that you move up and down and you put it down to lock it. And you had to lock that, if not people could get to the actual door. And that door had like multiple locks or whatever. So this time I think one of us had forgotten to lock that screen door. So usually when people would go to the house, unless we knew someone was going to be coming, we wouldn't answer the door and we would just stay silent and we wouldn't make any noise. But this one particular time, I think I was in the kitchen but all the curtains were closed, and then I don't know where Casey was. I think she was probably in her room or something. Someone rang the doorbell and I was like, okay, I don't think that's anyone we know. So it's like, I don't need to answer the door. So I didn't answer the door. And usually after like 1 or 2 rings, people go away, you know, because they're like, well, no one's going to answer. So this lady again, she rings the doorbell. You know, again, we didn't answer it. She rings the doorbell again, you know, we're not answering, and then she rings it again. And we're just like, okay, like, why is she still ringing? Then she kind of like paces in our front porch area, and she kind of like walked off of the porch and then walks back into the porch and starts ringing the doorbell again. She rings it like a couple, like 3 times maybe, and then, you know, again, she like sits down on, because my mom had like a table and 2 chairs in the front porch, and so the lady full on sits in the chair like for a couple seconds, stands back up, goes and rings the doorbell again. I'm like, why is this lady ringing the doorbell so many times? Like, if someone was going to answer you, they would have answered you a long time ago. She then proceeds to start shaking the door handle, and at this point I'm like, okay, and I hear it open. So I'm like, oh my gosh, we forgot to close it. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope the front door is locked. And so now she's knocking on our actual door, like knock, 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 like. And I'm just like, lady, no one's gonna answer you, like, go away. So she closes the screen door, she walks a little bit away, then she comes back, opens the screen door, and the next thing this lady does is what scared us the most, okay? Because it's one thing if you're knocking on the door, it's one thing if you open the screen door and knock on the door, you know? When you start to handle the actual door handle and start to shake it like you're trying to open it, that's a little creepy. You know, at this point, it's not a matter of if they're opening the door or not. At this point, you're kind of like invasion of privacy if you're trying to like open up the handle door. So she's shaking the handle door. That door frame, you could feel, like you could hear when someone would try to push it in, and you could hear that she was shaking it and like trying to push the door in, like trying to get in. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, is this lady trying to get in? Like, what is she trying to do? So a couple seconds later, she walks away from the screen door and she's like just sitting there, you know, and I tell Casey, okay, we need to lock the screen door because this lady is trying to break in, and our old doorknob thing, it wasn't a new one, so it didn't work that great. We needed to close the screen door because if not, it would be very easy for her to get in, is what I told Casey. So I was like, okay, you watch for when the lady walks away. I'm gonna open the door, lock the screen door really quickly, and if she comes to the door, I'll just ask her, you know, can I help you? Like, do you need anything? And you have the phone on 911. So she tells me, okay, she's like walking away a little. So I open the door, lock the screen, and she comes over here and she's like, hi, is your mom home? And I'm just like, you don't need to like come and shimmy the door, like the door handle, to talk to my mom. Like, are you kidding? I was like, yeah, but she's taking a shower. And the lady was like, oh, okay, well, I'll come back later. And I was like, okay. And the lady walked away. And I closed the door and I was just like, oh my gosh. And never again did that lady ever come back. And I honestly think that she was trying to break in because I had asked my mom later when she came home, like, there's a lady looking for you, and I gave her the description. Like, she was like a little bit older. She wasn't like super old. She was probably like in her 30s or 40s, and she had kind of like a dirty blonde kind of hair. It was like fairly long. She was pretty skinny. She wasn't too tall, but it was just really creepy. And she was like, I don't even know who that is. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this lady was full on trying to break in. So yeah, that was the time that someone tried to break into our house while we were still inside. It was super crazy. If anything like that has ever happened to you guys, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, like someone trying to break into your house while you're still in it. Like, how does that even happen? So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.